Hi, everyone. So, tonight, let's get started on the second energy center. And the second energy center is called divine creation. In the lingo of the core motivators, this second center is called the builder or the creator. So, depending on which language you want to use, that's what we'll call them. So, people who are primary in divine creation or the builder slash creator center are people who are really grounded in the energy of the physical world. So, these are the people that excel at really creating and building stuff. And by stuff, I mean physical stuff, right? So, when I think about people who are primary in divine creation, these are the people that are super in touch with their bodies and they're super in touch with their environment. And so they're very able to use their bodies and create their environments, all of the physicality in their world, our world too, of course, since we share it. And so, people with this as their primary energy center, their primary core motivator, um, might, for example, be athletes or dancers or, I don't know, chefs, sculptors, yoga instructors. Just think about things relating to the physical dimension. So these are people that are very physically creative. Um, let's see. The things that they'll be drawn to beyond the examples that I've already given. Um, think about your senses and sensuality. So, people that have this as their primary are probably really into things like sex and, food and visual arts, music, just anything that stimulates the senses. Um, it's funny because one of my sons has this as his primary, and I remember when he was younger. He still does to some extent, but especially when he was younger, he had sensory integration disorder. So things that you and I would not necessarily be aware of. So background noises or textures on our skin, things like that, or even colors could really trigger him in a not very positive way. He was particularly sensitive to these things. And once a reading was done for him and I found out that that was his primary, it made total sense. So people with this energy center, when they're really in the positive or the functional expression, they're out there creating, they're out there building, they're taking action in the physical world. When they're in the dysfunctional aspect of this energy center, they actually are out of touch with the physical sensations. So, people with this energy center are really at risk of kind of getting trapped in their emotions because emotions don't come easily to them. So, this non physical realm is a challenge for them. And so when they're experiencing very intense emotions, they can kind of get stuck or trapped there, trying to process through and to figure out what's going on. As a result of that, some of the consequences of that might show up as negative engagement with the physical realm. And so, what do I mean by that? I would think of things like physical addictions, so overeating or substance abuse issues or what are some other things that people can drop off into the realm of overusing or abusing, sexuality. So really veering off into overusing / abusing our physical ways of engaging in the world. The other thing that can happen is complete withdrawal from the physical world. So just a shutting down of the creative process. And so the antidote, when people who have this as their primary energy center, when they're in that dysfunctional expression of it, is to get moving again, to start using the senses and to channel that in very positive ways. And so, something as simple as just getting up and taking a walk or a hike, or doing some yoga or dancing and singing, things like that can help flip that switch for people. And to use my son as an example, when he was younger, one of the things I used to do with him when he would just kind of get in this emotional quagmire is I would have him just move a pile of books. Not that I needed the books moved or anything, but I have a lot of books in the house, and so just having him pick up things that had some weight and moving them into the other room was enough to kind of pattern disrupt for him and to kind of hit that reset button. And now that he's older, he's a teenager, when he starts getting a little too stuck in his emotional world, if he can't pull himself out, then I know to have him go take a run with me, or let's go walk to the store or something like that. And so this is a really effective way of hitting that reset button for people. So the other thing that I wanted to mention about people with this energy center, the divine creation or the builder / creator, is that these people also have a tendency to be really in touch with money and finance. So if you think about money, it is a symbol, it is a representation of physical creation, right? So money represents an exchange for goods or services that are rendered. And so people with this primary energy center are really in touch with money, and they tend to be very good with money. And in fact, again, if I think about my son, this kid has a way of just totally manifesting money. And not only does he manifest it, but he's really savvy. This is the kid that, without any, direct instruction from the adults in his life, knows that he wants to save and invest. He already owns stock. Like, the kid is 15 years old. He owns probably as much stock as I do, maybe more. I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it lately. But really just in touch with using money in very positive and constructive ways. So yeah, so emotions, not their jam. Physical stuff, totally their world. I really like this energy center. The people that have this energy center, they're the ones that are out there creating all of this beautiful, wonderful stuff that we get to experience. So when you think about your environment, the buildings that are out there, the delicious foods that you have access to, the things that stimulate your senses and bring you that really, visceral pleasure through your sensory experiences, that's likely attributable to people who have this primary energy center. So there you go. That's my take on the secondary energy center, the divine creation, otherwise known as the builder / creator. Thanks for listening. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow night, where we'll cover our third energy center. Take care. Okay. Bye.